Welcome to Learn English Practical 24/7 with Harvey. Today, we will learn English with news. News is a useful channel for learning English because it provides us with the latest news, as well as new English words and grammar structures that are used in daily life. Now, let's get started.
Our session will be structured as follows. In the first part, we will explain each sentence in English and provide its meaning in Vietnamese. Then, in the second part, all important words, key phrases, and sentence structures will be explained in detail. In this part, examples will also be provided. And the third part is to review all the key words, phrases, and sentence structures that we have studied. Okay, now let's begin. Today, we will take a look at an article from The Economist, February 2024. The title of the article is The Burning Question. It relates to decarbonizing industry. We know in the face of escalating climate change, a critical challenge emerges. How can we effectively decarbonize industry, a sector notorious for its substantial carbon footprint? This question has puzzled scientists, policymakers, and industry leaders alike, as they search for viable strategies to combat global warming. The article shows that the answer, however, may be simpler and more accessible than previously thought. It is electrification. Electrification offers a promising pathway by leveraging clean energy to power manufacturing processes, thereby drastically reducing emissions. The transition, though ambitious, aligns with global efforts to achieve net zero emissions and combat the adverse effects of climate change. It requires not only technological innovation but also a commitment to sustainable practices at all levels of production. The potential benefits extend beyond environmental conservation. Electrifying industry could spur economic growth, create jobs in the renewable energy sector, and lead to more efficient production methods. However, this transformation also poses significant challenges, including high initial costs, the need for infrastructure development, and ensuring a stable and sufficient supply of clean electricity. This article delves into the intricacies of this solution, exploring both its promise and the hurdles that lie ahead, as we tackle the burning question of our time: how do we decarbonize industry to mitigate climate change effectively? There are several important words, phrases, and sentence structures that we need to know from the article. I am Liam, and together with Harvey, we will work on them with you in this session. Don't go away. Stay with us. In this article, the title is The Burning Question, which means an urgent or crucial issue under heated discussion. This phrase aptly captures the essence of the topic at hand, suggesting that it is not just any ordinary concern but one of paramount importance that demands immediate attention. The article delves into the depths of this pressing issue, exploring its various facets and implications for the future. Through expert opinions and comprehensive analysis, it aims to shed light on possible solutions and strategies to address the matter effectively. The use of the burning question, as the title signals to the reader that they are about to engage with content that is both thought-provoking and significant, urging them to reflect on their own stance and the collective actions needed to navigate this challenge. Well, and the first sentence we will take a look is, the answer to the biggest climate conundrum, decarbonizing industry, may be electrification. The statement suggests that electrification, or the widespread adoption of electric-powered technologies, could be the key solution to one of the most challenging aspects of combating climate change: reducing carbon emissions from industrial activities. As you may know, decarbonizing industry, a sector known for its significant greenhouse gas emissions due to reliance on fossil fuels, is crucial for meeting global climate goals. By transitioning to electricity derived from renewable sources, industries could significantly lower their carbon footprint, aligning with efforts to mitigate the impacts of climate change. We go to the second sentence, that is, conventional wisdom has it that such a firm cannot really hope to lower very much the number of carbon dioxide molecules it creates in the course of its business. Conventional wisdom suggests that it's generally believed a company can't significantly reduce the carbon dioxide, CO2, emissions it produces during its business operations. This perspective assumes that the inherent nature of some businesses limits their ability to drastically cut down on CO2 output. Essentially, it's a widely held belief that making substantial reductions in carbon emissions is a challenging goal for certain types of firms to achieve. Our next sentence is, in America, electrified solutions are making inroads even though natural gas is comparatively cheap. In the United States, there is a growing trend toward adopting electrified solutions, such as electric vehicles and renewable energy-powered appliances, despite the lower cost of natural gas. This shift indicates a rising commitment to reducing carbon emissions and combating climate change. The preference for electrification over cheaper natural gas options reflects an increasing awareness and prioritization of environmental sustainability and energy independence. And now the last sentence we will analyze is, one indication that electrification may live up to its promise is the interest shown by oil and gas companies, whose products the technology is intended to supplant. This statement suggests that the growing interest of oil and gas companies in electrification technologies is a positive sign that electrification could fulfill its potential benefits. Since these companies traditionally rely on fossil fuels, their investment in or attention to electrification indicates a significant shift towards cleaner energy sources. It implies that if even the industries most affected by a move away from fossil fuels see value in electrification, then the technology has a strong chance of achieving its goal of reducing carbon emissions. Now, we will summarize all the sentences that we will analyze in our lesson today. The first is, the answer to the biggest climate conundrum, decarbonizing industry, may be electrification. We need to understand the word, electrification. The second is, conventional wisdom has it that such a firm cannot really hope to lower very much the number of carbon dioxide molecules it creates in the course of its business. We will need to understand the phrase, conventional wisdom, and the way to use it in reality. Third, we have the sentence, in America, electrified solutions are making inroads even though natural gas is comparatively cheap. We need to understand the meaning of making inroads. And last, the sentence is, one indication that electrification may live up to its promise is the interest shown by oil and gas companies, whose products the technology is intended to supplant. In this sentence we should know the meaning of live up to. Well, we will have a look at these important points later, but now Harvey will explain how to translate these sentences into Vietnamese.
Thank you very much, Liam. Nào, chúng ta vừa nghe anh Liam giải thích qua 4 câu trong bài The Burning Question. Vậy 4 câu đó được dịch ra tiếng Việt như thế nào? Đối với câu thứ nhất, chúng ta có thể dịch như sau. Câu trả lời cho bài toán khí hậu hóc búa nhất, việc khử carbon khỏi ngành công nghiệp có thể là sự điện khí hóa. Đối với câu thứ hai, chúng ta cần chú ý cụm đầu tiên trong câu đó là Conventional wisdom has it that. Chúng ta có thể dịch như sau. Theo quan điểm thông thường, một công ty như vậy thực sự không thể hy vọng giảm được nhiều lượng phân tử carbon mà nó tạo ra trong quá trình sản xuất kinh doanh. Các mẫu dùng với Conventional wisdom sẽ được giải thích ở phần tiếp theo của bài học. Đối với câu thứ ba, chúng ta có thể dịch như sau. Tại Mỹ, các giải pháp sử dụng điện đang dần phổ biến, mặc dù khí đốt tự nhiên có giá tương đối rẻ. Trong câu này, chúng ta cần chú ý cụm making inroads. Đối với câu thứ tư, chúng ta có thể dịch ra tiếng Việt như sau. Một dấu hiệu cho thấy điện khí hóa có thể đáp ứng được kỳ vọng là sự quan tâm của các công ty dầu mỏ và khí đốt mà công nghệ trong sản phẩm của họ dự định được thay thế. Trong câu này chúng ta cần chú ý cụm live up to its promise. Back to you, Liam.
Okay, thank you, Harvey. Now, we move to the second part of our lesson. Okay, we will have a look at the first word, electrification. We pronoun it, electrification. It is a noun and refers to the action or process of charging something with electricity. We have an example with electrification. The electrification of the public transport system in the city has led to a significant reduction in carbon emissions. Well, now, Harvey will help with Vietnamese.
Thank you, Liam. Đối với ví dụ này, chúng ta có thể dịch ra tiếng Việt như sau. Sự điện khí hóa cho toàn bộ hệ thống giao thông công cộng ở thành phố này đã dẫn tới việc giảm đáng kể lượng khí thải carbon.
Okay, we have some examples in reality.
911s. Porsche wants to bring electrification to other models. On its way is the electric version of the Porsche Macan, Porsche's biggest seller worldwide in 2019, and it also pushed the company to more fully embrace the growing movement toward electrification, something Volkswagen was less eager to do earlier when it was so invested in diesel.
The next one is conventional wisdom. The phrase means a generally accepted theory or belief. It refers to widely held beliefs or ideas that are accepted by most people as true or standard, even if they're not backed by recent research or modern insights. Well, if you want to state a commonly accepted belief, the example is, conventional wisdom holds that a college degree is essential for a successful career. Now, Harvey will help with Vietnamese.
Câu này có thể dịch ra tiếng Việt như sau. Quan điểm thông thường cho rằng bằng đại học là thiết yếu cho một sự nghiệp thành công.
If you want to highlight the general consensus on a topic, the example can be, conventional wisdom suggests that investing in real estate is a safe long-term strategy. Harvey, could you help with Vietnamese?
Thank you, Liam. Câu này có thể dịch được ra tiếng Việt như sau. Theo quan điểm thông thường, thì đầu tư vào bất động sản là một chiến lược an toàn về lâu dài.
If you want to introduce an example that follows common beliefs, the example is, as conventional wisdom would have it, they saved 3 months' worth of expenses for emergencies. Harvey will help with Vietnamese now.
Câu này có thể được dịch ra tiếng Việt như sau. Theo quan điểm thông thường, họ đã tiết kiệm đủ chi phí sống trong 3 tháng để đề phòng cho những tình huống khẩn cấp.
Okay, we have some examples in reality.
To innovate. The conventional wisdom is that to win an election, you have to dumb it down and play to your constituencies' basest divisive instincts.
For the past several years, I've been studying the corporate and entrepreneurial leaders who question the conventional wisdom about how to run a company.
When pregnant. Now that finding flew in the face of conventional wisdom. Conventional wisdom held that everything was safe up to a point, a threshold. It flew in the face of conventional wisdom, which was huge enthusiasm for the cool new technology of that age, which was the X-ray machine.
Now, we will take a look at making inroads. The phrase making inroads is typically used to describe a situation where progress is being made, especially into areas that are difficult to enter or where progress has been slow. It can be applied in various contexts, including business, social change, technology, politics, and personal development. The first example we have is, the new tech startup is making inroads into the highly competitive smartphone market, gaining significant attention with its innovative features. Now Vietnamese with Harvey.
Câu này có thể được dịch ra tiếng Việt như sau. Công ty khởi nghiệp công nghệ mới đang tạo dấu ấn trên thị trường điện thoại thông minh, có tính cạnh tranh cao và thu hút được sự chú ý đáng kể với các tính năng đổi mới của mình.
And the second example is, the new curriculum is making inroads in promoting critical thinking and problem-solving skills among students. Now Vietnamese with Harvey.
Câu này có thể được dịch ra tiếng Việt như sau. Chương trình giáo dục mới đang tạo ra dấu ấn trong việc thúc đẩy kỹ năng tư duy phản biện và giải quyết vấn đề cho học sinh.
Okay, we have some examples in reality.
The breakthrough enabled her to make inroads into the machine's system.
Chip supplier. Although AMD wasn't the only x86 licensee that tried to make inroads into the market, they did have the knowledge and resources to become a serious contender, as they were already a public
locations across the US. Big box stores like Walmart and Home Depot have also tried to make inroads into the segment with varying degrees of success.
Lastly, the phrase live up to can be used in various contexts to express meeting or fulfilling expectations, standards, promises, or ideals. When someone or something achieves the level of quality or standard that was expected or required. We have an example. The new restaurant lived up to the hype. The food was truly exceptional. Now, Vietnamese with Harvey.
Câu này có thể được dịch ra tiếng Việt như sau. Nhà hàng mới đã đáp ứng được sự kỳ vọng. Thức ăn ở đây thực sự rất ngon, rất đỉnh.
When actions are in accordance with what was promised or pledged. We have an example. He lived up to his promise to donate half of his winnings to charity. Now, Vietnamese with Harvey.
Câu này có thể được dịch ra tiếng Việt như sau. Anh ấy đã giữ lời hứa khuyên góp một nửa số tiền thắng cược của mình cho việc từ thiện.
When something is as good as it is believed to be or is compared to. We have an example. The final exam didn't live up to our fears. It was actually quite manageable. Now, Harvey will help with Vietnamese.
Câu này có thể được dịch ra tiếng Việt như sau. Kỳ thi hết môn thực sự không đáng sợ như chúng tôi từng lo. Mà thực ra, nó tương đối trong tầm tay.
Okay, we have some examples in reality.
How the agreement will be enforced and what measures will be enacted if the Syrian regime fails to live up to its obligations is also likely to be a highly contentious issue.
But given how optical computing has historically failed to live up to expectations, skeptics aren't holding their breath.
The United States and many other countries now say China has failed to live up to those promises.
Okay, now we will summarize all the key words and phrases that we have learnt today. First, electrification. Second, conventional wisdom. Third, make inroads, and live up to. Over to you, Harvey.
Trong bài này chúng ta cần nhớ những mẫu mà có thể dùng với conventional wisdom. Thứ nhất, chúng ta có thể dùng là conventional wisdom holds that. Thứ hai, conventional wisdom suggests that. Thứ ba, as conventional wisdom would have it. Thứ tư, conventional wisdom has it that. Đó là 4 mẫu mà chúng ta thường dùng với conventional wisdom.
Thank you very much, Harvey. Okay, well done. This comes to the end of our lesson today. We hope you enjoyed our lesson today and we are looking forward to meeting you in the next video clips. Please subscribe our channel. Thank you.
Bài học của chúng ta đến đây là kết thúc. Hy vọng rằng các bạn có những kiến thức bổ ích cho việc nói và viết tiếng Anh của mình. Hãy đăng ký kênh để nhận được những thông tin mới nhất về các bài học tiếp theo và đồng thời nhận được bản tóm tắt của bài học hôm nay nhé. Xin cảm ơn. Xin thân ái chào các bạn và hẹn gặp các bạn trong các bài học tiếp theo. Goodbye.
Goodbye for now.
Well done. Get ready to unlock your English potential. Subscribe to Learn English Practical 24/7 for regular updates and dive into the world of practical English learning. Thank you very much.